Next topic, types of ovules. The ovules are classified into 6 main types based on the orientation, form and position of the micropyle with respect to funicle and salazar. Most important ovule types are orthotropous, anatropous, hemianatropous, campylotropous, amphitropous, succinotropous. These four is the very important. So these four is first one, orthotropous. In this type of ovule, the micropyle is at the distal end of the micropyle. So in this type, the funicle and the salazar lie on micropyle. Funicle and salazar are lie in one straight vertical line. Example, Piperaceae. Anatropous. This is the second type. This is common in dicot and monocot. In this type, the body of the ovule becomes completely inverted so that the micropyle and the funiculus come to lie very close to each other. Here, this is a common type of ovules found in dicots and monocots, anatropous. Then hemianatropous. In this type, the body of the ovule is placed transversely at right angles, transversely right angles to the funicle. This is a funicle. Example, Primulaceae. Next, campylotropous. The body of the ovule at the micropylar end is curved and more or less bean-shaped structure of campylotropous. The embryo sac is slightly curved. All the three, hilum, micropyle and salazar, are adjacent to one another. Example, Leguminaceae. Do you know very well? Leguminaceae family. Next, addition of the two main another type of ovules, amphitropous and succinotropous. Amphitropous. The distance between the hilum salazar is less. The curvature of the ovule leads to the horseshoe shaped. This is a horseshoe shaped structure. Structure of nucellus. Example, Alismaticeae, herbaceous aquatic plant. Then succinotropous. Funiculus is very long and surrounds the ovule. Example, Coctaceae, cactus, ornamental cactus. Next, megasporogenesis. The process of development of megaspores from a megaspore mother cell is called megasporogenesis. 2 more question. Next, you know very well this nucellus becomes enlarged and functions as a archisporium. This archisporium, inside the archisporial cell is present. In this archisporial cell is act as a megaspore mother cell. This megaspore mother cells undergoes this 2 nucleated stage, 4 nucleated stage and 8 nucleated stage. So the megaspore mother cell undergoes this meiotic division to form 4 haploid megaspores. Based on the number of megaspores that develop into embryo sac, there are 3 types. One is monosporic, bisporic and tetrasporic. What is monosporic? The functional megaspore forms the female gametophyte or embryo sac. This type of development is called monosporic. Then development of 4 megaspores. These 4 megaspores, any 2 involved in the formation of embryo sac is called bisporic. If all the 4 megaspores are involved in embryo sac formation, the development is called tetrasporic. This is a megasporogenesis. Next, development of monosporic embryo sac. You know very well, nucellus. The nucellus is present in the embryo sac. Here inside the nucellus, archisporial cell formations. This because it is an archisporium. From this archisporial cell formation, archisporial cell is act as a megaspore mother cell. Megaspore next formation of that functional megaspores. In this functional megaspores, next formation of 2 nucleate stage, 4 nucleate stage and 8 nucleate stage. In this last divisions, it is followed by the cellular organization of embryo sac. Next, structure of embryo sac. in the structure of embryo sac, there are 4 nuclei is present in both poles regions. Here in the embryo sac 3 organized into the egg apparatus, fourth one is left free in the cytoplasm. This is act as a upper polar nucleus. In the salazal end, from there antipodal cell is present. This is 3 is the antipodal cells, whereas the fourth one is function as a lower polar nucleus. So these two polar nucleus is formed after as a secondary nucleus, also called polar nuclei. The egg apparatus is made up of central egg cells and 2 synergids. One egg cell and 2 synergid is present. The synergid secrete the chemotropic substances that help to attract the pollen tube. The special cellular thickening called filiform apparatus. This is a filiform apparatus of the synergids help in the absorption, conduction of nutrients from the nucellus to embryo sac. Here from there, nucellus to embryo sac. It also guides the pollen tube into the egg. This is a 7-celled with 8 nucleated embryo sac is formed. 7-celled means these two is act as a one cell. Here 3, here 3. 3 plus 3, 6 plus 1, 7. So 7-celled 8 nucleated embryo sac is formed. Next, pollination. You know very well pollination. What are the types of pollination? Advantage and disadvantages already you have studied in your 10th standard. The process of transfer of pollen grains from anther to a stigma of a flower is called pollination. You know very well. Pollination occurs without opening and exposing the sex organs. Such flowers are called clistogamous flowers, and the phenomenon is called clistogamy. This is a 1 mark question. So the pollination are 2 types, you know very well, self-pollination and cross-pollination. Self-pollination again dividing into 3 types, clistogamy, homogamy, incomplete dichogamy. What is it? Clistogamy, homogamy, incomplete dichogamy. Cross-pollination, geitonogamy, xenogamy. So first one, clistogamy. In clistogamy, the flowers never open and expose the reproductive organs, and thus the pollination is carried out within the closed flowers. Example, Camelina, Viola oxalis. Camelina is the best example for clistogamy. In Camelina bengalensis bears the 2 types of flowers. One is aerial flowers, another one is underground flowers. The aerial flowers brightly colored, insect pollinated, but the underground flowers dull colored, but he is occurring in self pollinated and are not dependent on pollinators for pollination. Next, homogamy. When the stamens and the stigma of a flower mature at the same time is said to be homogamy. The same 2 more questions. It favors self-pollinations to occur. Examples, Mirabilis jalaba, Andimandare, then Catharanthus roseus, Nitya Kalyani. Incomplete dichogamy. In dichogamous flowers, the stamen and the stigma of a flower mature at different time. Here same time, here different times. The times of maturation of these essential organs overlap, so that it becomes the favorable for self-pollination. So these are the 3 types of self-pollination. Next, cross-pollination. You know very well what is cross-pollination. The transfer of pollen on the stigma of another flower. The cross-pollination are 2 types. One is geitonogamy, xenogamy. What is geitonogamy? When the pollen deposits on the another flower of the same individual plant, it is said to be geitonogamy. Xenogamy. Xenogamy, when the pollen deposits on the another flower of a different plant of same species, is called as xenogamy. Next, controversies of cross-pollination. What is controversies? Several methods of cross-pollination. First one is dicliny or unisexually. Dicliny, when the flowers are unisexual, only cross-pollination is possible. There are 2 types. One is monoecious and dioecious. What is monoecious? You know very well already. Male and female flowers on the same plant. Example, coconut, bitter gourd. But dioecious, male and female flowers on different plant. Example, borassus, carica papaya. Next, monocliny or bisexually. Flowers are bisexual and the special adaptation of flowers prevents self-pollination here. There are two types. One is protandry and protogyny. What is protandry? The stamens mature earlier than the stigma of a flower. Example, helianthus. Protogyny. In the stigma mature earlier than the stamens of a flower. Example, Scrophularia nodosa. Next, hercogamy. In bisexual flowers, the essential organs, the stamens and the stigma are arranged in such a way, which means different method. It is away from the style and stigma, such a way that the self-pollination becomes impossible. Example, Gloriosa superba, also hibiscus. Then heterostyle. Some plants produce 2 or 3 different types of flowers that are different in the length of the stamens and style. There are 2 types of heterostyle, distyle and tristyle. Distyle. What is distyle? The plants produce the 2 forms of flowers. One is long style, short stamens and small pollen grains. Another one, short style, small stigmatic papillae, long stamens and large pollen grains. Example, primula. Primula flowers in your book, you see that. Then the stigma of your short style and the anther of the long style lie in the same level to bring out pollination. Simultaneously, it is occurring in that another type. This helps to effective pollination. Another one is tristyle. Tristyle flowers also in your book. The plant produce 3 kinds of flowers with respect to the length of the style and stamens. Here the pollen from flowers to one type can be pollinated only the other 2 types, but is not their own type. Example, Lythrum. Next, self-sterility. The pollen grains of a flower reaches the stigma of the same, but it is unable to terminate. Example, Abutilon. Okay students, we will see the next topic in next video. Thanks for watching this video.